Hey everyone, welcome back to Vergara's Adventure. Today we're diving deep into the oceanic past to explore some incredible creatures that once roamed the seas but are now extinct. That's right, we're counting down the top 10 extinct fish that once ruled the underwater world. Before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss our fascinating explorations of the natural world. Let's get started. Number 10. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the Xiphactinus, a monstrous fish that lived during the late Cretaceous period. Known for its massive size, with some individuals reaching lengths of up to 20 feet, the Xiphactinus was a formidable predator with sharp teeth and a streamlined body. The Xiphactinus was a ferocious predator that lived during the late Cretaceous period. The name Xiphactinus is a Greek word that translates to sword ray. It belongs to the same class as the fanged tarpon and also looked quite similar in appearance. However, they're not closely related. Xiphactinus lived around 112 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. The bony fish survived until the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction about 65 million years ago. Xiphactinus was wiped off along with many other groups of Cretaceous organisms, leaving no living descendants. Number 9. Sliding into the number 9 spot is the Dunkleosteus, a prehistoric fish that dominated the Devonian seas. What made this fish so special was its remarkable jaw structure, which could deliver one of the most powerful bites in history. With armored plates covering its body, the Dunkleosteus was a true aquatic powerhouse. Dunkleosteus was named after David Dunkel, the paleontologist that first described the animal's fossils. The name means Dunkel's bone, referencing the large bony plate that formed the jaws and head of the fish. Dunkleosteus is the largest placoderm ever discovered. It had a thick tank-like external armor covering its head, thorax, and jaw. Its armored exterior made it a powerful but relatively slow swimmer. The Kellwasser and the Hagenberg events were two of the most prominent mass extinction events that closed out the Devonian period. The latter event wiped out almost all vertebrates on land and in the sea, with the marine ecosystems taking major hits. At the end of this period, about 80% of all animal species on Earth were extinct. By the time the Carboniferous period began, Dunkleosteus and other placoderms no longer existed. Significant changes in the oceanic environment and oxygen depletion were probably responsible for the extinction events. The oxygen-depleted environment of the late Devonian was more favorable for smaller-sized animals compared to giant fishes like the Dunkleosteus. Number 8. At number 8, we have the Megalodon, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of many. While technically not a fish, this massive prehistoric shark deserves a mention. With teeth measuring up to 7 inches, the Megalodon was the largest shark to ever exist, ruling the oceans around 23 to 3.6 million years ago. The Megalodon was the largest shark to ever live, with a size that could reach in excess of 50 feet and estimates for its weight stretching beyond 100,000 pounds. The Megalodon was significantly larger than any other shark species on record. Learn about the largest ocean animals to have ever lived here. Finally, an analysis in Peerage that was published in 2019 proposes that the Megalodon's extinction may have been caused by a much smaller shark, the great white. The authors of the analysis point to evidence that the Megalodon's extinction may have been earlier than previously believed, about 1 million years before the supernova that hit the Earth and wiped out many large marine animals. They proposed that Megalodon populations were already on the decline from climate change and the loss of prey like smaller whales. Adding to the species' woes, at this time the great white shark evolved and began competing with younger megalodons for prey. Number 7. Coming in at number 7 is the Leedsichthys, a gigantic filter-feeding fish from the Jurassic period. This colossal creature could reach lengths of up to 80 feet, making it one of the largest fish to have ever lived. Imagine swimming alongside this gentle giant in ancient seas. Leedsichthys is one of several massive-sized filter feeders that swam in the seas of the Mesozoic era for more than 100 million years. This fish lived between the Middle Jurassic till the end of the Cretaceous period. The sea at the time had a massive population of planktons, which allowed large fishes like the Leedsichthys to develop. However, this giant filter feeder most likely went extinct. when the plankton populations began to plunge mysteriously during the Cretaceous period. Number 6. Taking us to the halfway point is the Helicoprion, a bizarre-looking fish, with a distinctive feature, a spiral of teeth that formed a buzzel-like structure. This Permian and Triassic predator remains one of the most enigmatic extinct fish, and scientists are still piecing together the puzzle of its unique jaw arrangement. Helicoprion is an extinct genus of shark-like fishes that lived during the Devonian, before going extinct in the early Triassic period, long before the emergence of dinosaurs. Helicoprion is a relative of the chimeras, a type of ratfish found in deep waters all over the world. There is inadequate information in regard to the extinction of the Helicoprion, especially because it lived through one of the greatest mass extinction events of all time, the Permian extinction. The general belief is that it must have struggled, but it stayed alive for a few million years before eventually succumbing to extinction. Number 5. Now, let's dive into the top 5 with the Stethacanthus, a shark-like fish that lived around 360 million years ago. What set this fish apart was its peculiar dorsal fin, shaped like an anvil. The function of this bizarre appendage remains a mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to this ancient ocean dweller. We all know what the fin on a modern-day shark's upper back looks like. A Stethacanthus dorsal fin is in the same location, yet it's not pointed like a modern-day shark's. Instead, it had a flat top that looks to be shaped like an anvil. On top of this flattened fin were enlarged denticles, which experts have been attempting to explain for a long time now. Unfortunately, this species went extinct about 360 million years ago, due to a lack of food resources and the inability to adapt when competition from other sharks began to pick up. Similar in size and appearance, Stethacanthus may have been preyed upon by larger predators such as Dunkleosteus. Number 4. Moving on to number 4, we have the Coelacanth, a fascinating fish that defied expectations. The Coelacanth is an example of a lobe-finned fish. The defining characteristic of this class of fish is the presence of limb-like lobed fins. Protruding from the body, these fins contain many bones and muscles that move in an alternating pattern much like the trotting of a horse. Based on the fossil record, they were thought to have vanished during the mass extinction that wiped out about 3/4 of Earth's species, following an asteroid strike at the end of the Cretaceous period. The Coelacanth was rediscovered alive and well in the deep waters of the Comoros Islands, off the east coast of Africa, and one found in the waters off Sulawesi, Indonesia. Many scientists believe that the unique characteristics of the Coelacanth represent an early step in the evolution of fish to terrestrial four-legged animals like amphibians. Its ancient lineage provides a unique window into the evolutionary history of fish,